People of the Commonwealth, I have gathered you here today to tell you that something needs to change. Otherwise, we will not survive. Our crops are dying. Fields over fields of healthy vegetables have been reduced to rotting and withering dead bushes. Our animals are getting sick and are dying because their food source is no longer edible. Let's not forget our once clean waters. Lakes and rivers turned into puddles of garbage. All of this because of our so called leader that you all chose. You all chose him due to his wealth. And look where it got you, where it got us. The promises he made you were all lies. And you should have known. You should have done something to prevent him. But you chose to do nothing and let him take charge of our land. No one should be put in charge because of physical possessions. They should be put in charge of because of who they are. And yet you let that solitary snake take power. This leader has invited foreigners onto our land, letting them take resources in exchange for money and other valuables. And not just the Commonwealth is suffering. There are other there are many other regions of this country that have experienced what we have, some far worse. If we were to stand by and watch as he destroys our homeland, all that would be left behind would be a wasteland. So, on this day, I ask you to stand up and join me to stop this oppressor once and for all. I may be just a humble citizen, but if the top brass of this country doesn't do anything, then who will? Who? Politicians who claim to have their hands tied? No. If you want to do, if you want something done right, you have to take matters into your own hands. And if we don't do anything, then again, who will? Do you want to burden the next generation with these problems? Do you? We have to change this country for the better. Do you want our generation to go down in history as the one who let these events transpire? The next generation will ask us, what were you doing when our country was dying? And we'll say, we just stood by and watched it happen. We'll become the laughing stock of the century, maybe millennia. In case you were all wondering why I gathered you all this day, it is because our leader regained support of other countries, essentially giving them a free pass to act as they like. They destroy our homes, cities, and even kill us if we get in their way of pillaging. So if we were to leave this to next generation, it would only be harder for them. Meaning, we have to take a stand today, otherwise he'll only gain more power. We cannot let him destroy our land anymore. We cannot leave him in charge any longer. And we must take action. It's either now or never. I know by being a former minister, many of you have doubts about me. But I want you all to put your faith into me, to trust me. And I swear on my life that I will not let us lose this fight. No, I will not lose. No, we will not lose. Even if we made such grave mistakes, we must atone for them by taking up arms and fighting him. I know some of you may think there are diplomatic solutions to these problems, but there are none. I have tried them all. But that scum of a leader doesn't listen. He never does. Why do you think I'm former minister? Because he fired me. Why? Because I was getting in his way. And that's what he'll do to all of us once he gets support from other nations. So, this is what I ask you from the bottom of my heart, with all my determination. Will you join me or will you not? Or would you rather live in a country with such a dark future? Oh, my mistake. There is no future for this country. Not unless we take action. So, are you with me? Then it's time to take back our country. Let's go.